TVS, how are you guys doing? It's a beautiful morning. Oh God, Jaden, thank you so much for holding down yesterday morning. Big up my team, boy. My team's strong. Let's see what Kendall has to say on the news desk, and then we'll come right back.
Good morning. Rising prices was one of the main focuses of the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture's 139th annual general meeting on Wednesday. The meeting also examined ways of mitigating price increases, including exploring trade opportunities with non-traditional suppliers.
I know for sure one of the key ones we had seen as something that could be dealt with was the issue of importation of chicken from Brazil. Brazil is the lowest cost supply of chicken, and we thought that could be done. And I am aware that the veterinary division, the Ministry of Agriculture, has been working assiduously to try to resolve that matter. We have been informed that the Brazilians have been taking it up and are looking seriously and intensely at how they could put the requirements in place. CARICOM is also got involved in that.
That meeting was held at the Sandals Grand Hotel under the theme, The Driving Force for Sustainable Business and Community Prosperity for St. Lucia. The United Workers' Party is gearing up for its Save Our St. Lucia March on Thursday, November 30th. The UWP has given the Philip Pierre-led government a failing grade and has called on supporters and the wider public to speak out against what it says are the bad policies of the Labour government.
How is it that you believe, by putting a tax and on your own estimation, it's going to raise $44 million? Where do you think the $44 million is coming from? It's not coming from the businesses. The businesses are passing it on to the people. It's coming from the pockets of the people. So the time when people are the most distressed, when people are having difficulty and struggling every single day in making decisions, tough decisions as to what to buy, you're going to make it worse for them? And you want to stand steadfast behind that policy? We must all show up tomorrow and show that that's unacceptable and that we all know better than that. That's a blatant disregard to the people of this country, in particular the people who cannot defend themselves. Who do you think you're fooling?
Chairman of the party, Thorold Prudent, has dubbed the march a referendum on the performance of the current Labour Party administration. Youth seeking jobs and those between careers have been invited to a two-day career fair at the Constitution Park in Castries. That's being hosted by the St. Lucia Council for Technical Vocational Education and Training.
This is an opportunity where there is a high level of engagement between persons who are seeking jobs and while persons who are looking to recruit. So we have both partners from industry, partners from training institutions, and likewise we have individuals who offer their services. And so this exchange right now is an exchange of information and knowledge acquisition that will help persons make the right choices in terms of a choice of a career path, or the choice actually in terms of the selection of a person to get into a position in a company.
Individuals are encouraged to take advantage of the opportunity to meet businesses face-to-face and discover the avenues that are available to them. Bank of St. Lucia, working with service providers from the Soufriere community, has officially beautified the Soufriere waterfront. The collaborative initiative aimed at enriching the public space for Soufriere residents and visitors was recently unveiled to the public just in time for the start of the holiday season.
The Soufriere waterfront holds a special place in our hearts, as it is the reflection of the vibrancy and beauty that defines this community. Our strategic decision is rooted in the deep appreciation for the community that has been the backbone of our success. Thank you for the enduring support, understanding, for being the integral part of this significant journey.
Parliamentary Representative for Soufriere and Minister for Commerce, Emma Hippolyte, also attended the ceremony. As a former staff member and director, she thanked BOSL for improving the aesthetics of the waterfront, stating that the development will have long-lasting positive implications for Soufriere's tourism product. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Kendall. Let's take a break now, and then we'll be back after these messages. honest with you, yesterday, TVET held a seminar or forum rather at the financial complex, and we caught up with some of the action. Let's learn some more.
Good morning, St. Lucia. Yeah, this space is back once again. We're here with Perry Thomas from TVET to discuss about some very important proceedings that's going to happen inside. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay. I'm fine. Excited about what's about to happen.
So tell us about what is about to happen.
Okay, today it's the commencement of a career fair, which is going to be over 2 days, today and tomorrow, which is sponsored under the JEPSET program, which is in partnership with the Ministry, with the Department of Economic Affairs and the National Authorizing Officer. The SLC TVET is very pleased to be part and parcel of this entire activity, and we are hoping at the end of the day that the objective, which is to provide correct guidance and provide information to persons who are in between careers, who are searching for jobs, and persons who are desirous of being part and parcel of our workforce. You see, this career fair is part of the whole workforce development initiative that we are pursuing as a council, because the council's mandate is to coordinate TVET within the education system throughout the island. What we are going to be doing today is that we are going to showcase a lot of our training institutions, a lot of our employers and our small businesses. Very interestingly enough, the small business aspect of it is crucial, because many people desiring to pursue a career, right? Sometimes things that the career only starts with the job, but the career also starts with business development. Hence the reason why we have the youth economy present here, and SEDU, and those units all together. So today we are very proud to be part and parcel of it, and together with the Department of Economic Affairs and ourselves, we are going to go ahead and provide the solutions with an opportunity to do what I think we need, and that is provide information so that persons can grow, persons can develop themselves and chart a course.
As you mentioned, so many stakeholders involved. With them coming on board now, how has the reception been from them now with partnering with you guys?
I must say the reception has been wonderful, because this is the third career fair. But this time around, we have had that enthusiasm. There's a mutual enthusiasm for this activity. And so we are going forward with it. And in doing it, we are encouraging persons out there to come down. Come see what is being offered. You have an opportunity to break the formality of an interview, meaning that when people apply, they get the opportunity to be interviewed in a room. So you have an opportunity to break the formality and engage on a one-on-one with potential employers. Likewise, persons who are looking forward to establish their own business, you might feel a bit intimidated walking into the offices of the youth economy, for instance. You have an opportunity to interact with them right there, right in present. So we are encouraging everybody to come down.
And when you say everybody, who encompasses this everybody?
Everybody, meaning from the young to the old, right? Because unemployment, career choices do not affect one group of people. They affect every single person, from the young to the old. But we do encourage participation from a lot of our young people, likewise the old.
And what are some of the, would you say, misconceptions people have when TVET usually mention to them? What are some of the misconceptions that they usually have that you wouldn't want them to have?
Well, you see, the thing about it is, over time, and it's a very long time, we have had this misconception of TVET as being for persons who dropped out of school. TVET is not for persons who dropped out of school. TVET is an opportunity to learn and acquire a skill. You may have a degree as a lawyer, you may have a degree as an engineer, but it doesn't prevent you from acquiring a skill, an additional skill. Even as an educator, you may be a teacher, but does it prevent you from acquiring a skill? No, it doesn't. And so one of the beautiful things now, St. Lucia, we have is that we have established the National Skills Qualification Framework, in which people now can see what levels are equated to what. So a level 1 is equated to what in TVET, a level 3, for instance, is equated to associate degree, and you go up to level 5. So at the end of the day, we have an opportunity at this point in time to say to St. Lucians, take the vision that you have of TVET as being for dropouts. No, it's not. It's for everybody. And importantly, that's the direction the world is going. So we cannot be left behind. We have to be part and parcel of it. And the SLC TVET is actually pushing that, and with the support of the Ministry of Education, likewise other partners who are HCRP and the JEPSET program, we are going full steam ahead in pushing the TVET agenda.
And I hope that many people who are watching this can take advantage of these amazing opportunities you provide for them. Could you just remind the people as to where this is happening and the days?
People, the activity is at the Constitution Park. We also have booths within the town hall, so you have two places. We are here from today and tomorrow, so please come down and make use of the opportunity.
Right. And of course, we are approaching the month of December, and I don't know, I've never experienced that, but when I got to St. Lucia, the Festival of Lights really caught my attention. So obviously, lantern making and the displaying of lanterns and lights in this creative way is definitely something that is close to St. Lucia's heart. So it's not by surprise that we caught up with an after-school program where my good dear friend, Auntie Barbara Duboulet, is teaching the young ones how to make lanterns. They're going to be displaying them on Saturday as well. But we caught up with to look at some of those lanterns. They're quite amazing. Well, of course, it's that time of year. And, if children is involved in constructive things, we know we can find Auntie Barbara here, certainly, because she's very passionate about the children, and she's very passionate about working with children in positive light. She's been doing that almost all her life. If it's not PAN, it is some other area. You can find Auntie that she's so engaged. And right now, of course, we know we've got Festival of Lights coming up. I know the kids are not going to be taking part in that part of it, but they're certainly on some lantern making initiative here, and I thought this is really, really nice. Auntie, talk to me about this.
Good afternoon, and thank you for coming. What we do, it's an after-school program, and we normally let the children know that it is not lessons, because when they come here, they get to do activities, they build their social skills as well as their academic. So we know that this is the time for Festival of Light. And last year we did a few lanterns, and it was so successful because every child was able to construct their own. They knew about what Festival of Light is all about, the history of Festival of Light. We told them about it. So this year we are going through again. We have many more children this year, but we are hoping that every child will be able to construct a lantern of their choice, and we're going to have a display just for the parents. It's not really for the public, so that the parents can see the skills that we do here, that they have, that we are trying to inculcate among them.
I'm a bit disappointed though, because I'm looking at these lanterns and they look like they're ready for Festival of Lights. So I'm just, maybe next time we'll have them, be part of this. Maybe not as a competition, but certainly have a section where they can display their hard work.
Well, yes, I know working with CDF, because I was one of those who went around training people in the various communities along with my husband, and I must say thanks to him, because he's the one who's been doing all the cutting. We don't allow the children to do the cutting because of course it's sharp, so we do all the cutting and then they do all the designs and put it together. So having worked with CDF and having that passion for the lanterns, I brought it in here as well. And of course they are having a really nice time doing their thing. Yes, creating.
I see some really amazing pieces, and some of them not even completed as yet. Now, when is going to be your display? And it's only for the parents, you said. Can John Public probably pop in?
I didn't really, because we are going to be holding our showcase at the Pyramid. That's Alias Frases on Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Right.
And we normally have the parents to come in, because the parents have not seen the lanterns.
Okay.
And when they come in, it's like, wow, we give them that surprise. That they're not even lit yet. So when the lights are in there, that's when you really see what the lanterns are. But we're not really into the competition, as I said. If CDF want us to showcase the night of Festival of Light, we can get some of them to do so. We have done it at the Festival of Carols, though. Okay. We've done it, but then, yes. That's
on the showcasing, though, because I'm saying this is going to go off via GBS, and some persons might want to just come on to see what the kids. So it's open?
It's fine. It's open, but then again, as I said, We kept it small, but Alias Frasers have opened their doors for us, and they're very happy that we are able to use this space to showcase. So we're going to have a little entertainment on the side, but it's really for the kids we were doing it. Yes, especially some of them did it last year. We were able to go to Bay Gardens to showcase, and they were really, the guest was really taken with the creativity. This year again, they have invited us to come along. Yes, so that is what we.
What does that mean, Auntie? You've been around, championing the cause of kids for quite some time in positive light. What does that mean to be able to catch these kids in the afternoons and have them engage in such positive, not just such positive, but something that is dear to the culture and its heritage of St. Lucia, the lanterns?
Yeah. Well, again, the children come in here. Some of them were asking, lantern, what is lantern? And that is a satisfaction. At the ending of the day, they learn something new. We know that the school curriculum is so heavy that they don't have time to do these things. I'm sure some of the teachers would love to do it, but the curriculum does not allow them that space and that time to do it. So when they come here, I've worked with all different groups of young people, and the satisfaction at the ending that they say, I remember the lantern. Even in Monrepo, when people see you, they remember, oh, that's the lady who taught us the lantern in Monrepo, in Labrie. So it is just developing.
Do you do it on with different
No,
schools?
I have stopped since I am no longer working at CDF. I concentrate on our after school, so I no longer would do it anymore.
So, but do the CDF still do it?
Yes, CDF will be showcasing on the night of no. I know they go around doing workshops at the schools,
right.
But I'm no longer involved on that.
All right.
Yes,
So now
yes.
you can put your effort into,
Yes,
but still
into
do what
working
you love.
with another set of young
Right.
kids.
This is
Yes,
amazing stuff.
and they're from different schools.
Yes.
So I'm sure next year, some of them who were with us last year are so eager to help the new ones. So they've been helping construct as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so we are using them as teachers.
Well,
Yes.
quite a unified sort of approach and quite a wonderful one going on here. We wish you the best, and well, hopefully we can. I'm not sure. Saturday we caught up on Saturdays. We may not be able to come, but hopefully you could catch some of the little highlights, some nice pictures when they're lit up, and you can
right.
actually share with us.
Oh,
but
yes.
certainly we look forward to that, and,
Yes.
and the young ones seem to be very excited as well.
Very excited,
Certainly.
and when they saw you, all, of course, they know
Yeah.
we'll be on DBS.
They'll be on DBS.
Yeah.
So they're excited.
And
Say hi to DBS, guys. All right, we'll see
And
you
that's
guys.
not even all, it's just a few samples.
Absolutely.
But every child, we have about 30 of them here, and we are hoping every child will have a lantern to
That is all. That's
display.
commendable. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, kids, all the best.
Good morning, St. Lucia, and we're here with Velika Augustine, and I'm going to leave most of the talking to her because she has a lot to let us know about what's going on right here at the Olympic House. Velika, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us about what's going on right here.
Okay, so the Women in Sports Commission is a part of the St. Lucia Olympic Committee. Basically, we are like a subset, and our main responsibilities are for women in sports. Engagement of women in sports, how to get different, how would I put it? How to get them into different realms of sport, whether it be as an administrator, a player, a coach, a technical official, anything. So basically, we have a plan, and we are starting our plan by trying to execute this part of it, which is our mentorship program. So basically, our mentor, we have identified 5 mentors. So we're starting with 5 mentors and 5 mentees. Our mentors are Idisa Eugene, Makiba Alcid, Mrs. Leota Shalmine Mason, Shama Filgens, and Electra Marcel. So basically, these are our 5 mentors to start our project. And then these mentors will be mentoring and guiding a number of young ladies, 5 young ladies from different sports. At this point, we have rugby, football, and netball. So the 5 mentees are from these free sporting federations. What we want to do is to get more national federations involved so we can get more mentees and get more mentors so that we can grow the program over the next 6 months to a year and further on.
So then the actual mentorship aspect is supposed to last about 6 months or longer than that?
No, longer than that. We want the program even if we leave this organization, because you never know what might happen. Even if we leave, we want the program to be able to sustain itself and for it to move on and for other mentors to come in. We want the mentees to become mentors. We want activity. We want people to know, or we want young ladies to realize that you don't only have to play to be in sports. You can do anything with sports, and you have a lot of opportunities that come out of it.
So in terms of stakeholders who are involved in this, because this looks like a massive project, to undertake, who are some of the stakeholders that are involved in this project?
Well, essentially, it's the St. Lucia Olympic Committee. We are engaging, or we're looking to engage with the Ministry of Education to partner with them, as well as the Ministry of Sports. So we want to start with these two major entities because, schools, you have females, obviously, and then you have them in sports. So the best way for you to attract, especially the younger ones, is to focus on the schools. So we want to build a relationship with the Ministry of Education and then go from there. So we can actually implement it maybe in some time in the near future in the school. So we can get actual mentors maybe from the school system who would be mentoring females in the schools.
And from about what education level would you guys think? I know this is all still, in the development stages, but any idea as to the...
Well, right now we basically have the females that we have are between the age of 13 to 17, but I believe that what we would want to do if we go into the schools is to focus on the younger ones, the primary school level, because, when you get to secondary school level, sometimes it's a little harder for you to I don't want to say convince them, but it will be a little harder for you to get them to the point where they can So if you groom them from younger and then you bring them up, then they can see how it will grow. So you understand? So they can see, okay, well, they can see a future basically in it. And that's what we want to see. Because a lot of young persons, they will start a sport and then they will leave by the time they get to like teenage years. So the main objective is for them to stay, even if they don't see a future as an athlete, but they can see it in another area.
You mentioning that now because most times you mention sports, people think about just track and field, rugby, football, etc. But I'm very interested you mentioned about administration, the administrative side of it. Just for those of you in St. Lucia who may not know about the administrative side or maybe a more business side of sports, just educate them a bit on that because they might be so interested in knowing that there's way more to sports than just physical movement.
Well, just like a business, you have a manager, you have a CEO, you have, a supervisor. All of these things are basically in sport, but in a different way. So you'll have a technical official, you'll have a referee, you'll have a desk official, you'll have an umpire, you have an administrative secretary, a first vice president, a second vice president, a PRO, or whatever, and you name it. There are opportunities. You can coach, you can administer, you can become a mentor. All of these things are because there are opportunities also in these areas. You don't necessarily have to be a player for you to be involved in sports because there are many avenues. Every time a team travels, you could be a physiotherapist and then be involved in sports because it's for your profession, but then at the same time you would be giving back to the sports by being able to assist, because these are the things that most times you find teams are traveling, they don't have a physio, they don't have a doctor, they don't have first aid. All of these avenues and different areas are ways in which young ladies can give back if they figure that physical activity of being a player is not working out for them.
And I want to commend you guys for this because oftentimes it feels like women can be marginalized in the area of sport, or they may feel like it's an area that's not really for them as much, right? Or it's more male dominated, and that's really not the case. Sports is meant for anybody and everybody, right?
That is what we really want them to see. We want them to see that it's not all male dominance. We can have females as well.
I want to thank you. I know you have a busy day today, so I want to thank you so much for giving us this interview, letting us know about what's going on here, and of course, wishing you all the best And hoping to hear from you guys really soon.
Thank you.
We're here with Leota Sharmite Mason. All right, this is one of the many mentors within this project. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing quite fine actually. So, when I dive right in, first of all, how did you get into this mentorship program, and in what area will you be mentoring in?
Okay, so I am part of the Women in Sports Commission, and so I was part of those who designed the program. And having designed the program, having felt that it was a good program, I felt it necessary to be part of the program as a mentor. So I have been paired with a young lady who I'm going to be mentoring. And as part of the mentorship, we're going to look at her academic, getting her to balance her academic and her sporting career to take both of them to the highest level.
Okay, and how long would that mentorship really happen?
Well, we're starting the mentorship now, but we can grow with our mentee. So we don't exit them out of the program. At one point, we are going to phase them to become mentors themselves. But as you know, with the relationship, as it grows, we are going to realize when they have reached a level where they can become a mentor, and at that point, they will exit into the becoming a mentor.
Working with a mentee now, it may come with some challenges or little obstacles. What are some that you're already expecting to face, and how do you plan to overcome those?
Okay, so I myself was a national player. I have been an administrator for years. So I have actually been mentoring, not on a organized level, but this time it's organized and a mentee is actually being paid to me. But I would say that I have vast experience in mentoring, having been the mother of a student athlete who was successful both as an academic and an athlete. So I think I have what it takes to assist another young lady to ensure that she reaches her pinnacle, for want of a better word. So I saw the mentorship program as me assisting another young woman to become a mentor herself and for her to be able to realize her true goals.
Well then, that about wraps it up, St. Lucia. Okay, I want to thank you very much, and do look forward to seeing the work that you put in with that young lady and seeing how far she can reach in the sports area. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And that is our show for today. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and let's do it again tomorrow right here on DBS This Morning.